Afternoon.
How was your Christmas?
Good. Always good.
Coach, any updates on some guys that were nicked up coming out of that last game, like Shaq or anybody?
Shaq has a groin. He didn't practice. Carlton's in the protocol. And Coach Keith has a shoulder. He didn't practice.
Rashad, okay. He seemed to kind of be walking.
He's full go.
He's full go.
It seems like every year, at least for the last few years, the path to the playoffs, always has to pass through New Orleans, and it always seems to come like in dramatic fashion. Just what is it about these two teams that tends to create that?
Well, they've been on top for a long time. They've had a good team over the years. I don't know how far it goes back, but they've had a good team. We've won the last two. We're trying to fight and scrape and win three of them. And tough team to play. Obviously, division game. A lot on the line, a lot at stake for them, a lot at stake for us.
Coach, we saw when Devin went in, he made a big play. I think he played the rest of the game. Is the plan now that he's back fully, and how impactful can a Devin White that's playing at the level that he's capable of help your defense?
Oh, he can help us a great deal. You saw that on Sunday. Obviously, we got up early, so some of the packages they would have had where KJ got more time didn't materialize, so it ended up being that type of ball game. That doesn't mean we're through using KJ because we are going to use him some. But a healthy Devin, fast Devin flying around like he did Sunday makes us a faster defense.
With Baker, we've seen obviously the passing, the decision making, the third down success. But I want to ask you just about him from a leadership standpoint, just the way he's kind of taken this locker room and put himself out in the forefront. It's easy for a quarterback, but it doesn't always take as well as it has. Well, why do you think he's?
Well, I just think that's who he is. That's the kind of guy he is. He doesn't have to put on a facade to go out there and be a leader. He does the things he normally does. He leads by example. Sometimes he leads by vocality, and he talks it, and he leads by actions as well. But the type of guy he is energized every day, motivated every day, focused every day, and everybody sees that. So it makes it easy to play for and easy to follow.
I know a lot of attention is always put on the offense, but is the defense flying around more now? Do you think that they've improved?
They're healthier. I mean, some things we got to work on. We're healthier and we're playing faster. I think we're playing with more guys that's coming off nicks that we had in the past and rotating guys around, and everybody's focused trying to get a win to get in the playoffs. So obviously it's that time of year and everybody's trying to do their part.
So Mike Evans had 2 touchdowns, another 2 touchdowns in this game. Just what can you say about the season he's having? Is this possibly his best year ever?
Well, I hadn't seen the early Mike Evans. I wasn't around, but the Mike Evans I've seen over the years, he continued to do everything day in and day out the way he's been doing it. It seems like he's ageless at this point with the stats he's putting up, the numbers he's putting up, the way he competes, and the way he goes out there to play.
We've seen Antoine Winfield Jr. just every week, right, make splash plays, and he's filled up categories that players at his position don't do at this level over the years. So I know he has a lot of talent. How much of that is, you're able to put him in different positions and you can affect all 3 levels, or is it just film study or just instinctual? Like what makes him in position to make those plays?
It's kind of all the above. He's instinctual. He has talent. He studies film profusely. He practices like that. He has a lot of questions. We are able to move him around in some places, but his football IQ allows him to execute a lot of the things he's doing.
It's rare for a guy to get the ball out as much, right? I mean, forced fumbles are intentional, but he just seems to have, Peanut Tillman years ago had that knack, right? Like what is that?
Certain guys have a knack for it. It's something you can't teach. You can teach him to get the ball out and try to go for the ball, but he has a knack for it every time, and, he's making it happen.
To have a DB with 5 sacks, 5 forced fumbles in a year, is there anybody you think of in terms of the versatility, the ability to impact the entire field that way?
Not in my lifetime. I think Charles Woodson might have had some numbers like that. I couldn't tell you what the numbers were, but I know he did a lot of things when he played.
What about the Saints right now? Are they doing well that would give you concern? Obviously, Kamara's always a problem.
Well, he's a huge problem, man. They're going downfield. That's a huge problem with Shaheed and Olave as well, and they always play great defense, so it's going to be a tough game.
I don't know if there's one thing you can two or one moment you could point to when you felt like this offense, because it was a slow work in progress throughout the season. Was there a point like you just felt like, a moment, just an area where just it's clicking and you could see that?
I couldn't tell you that moment. I mean, it's still a work in progress, but we're clicking on all cylinders right now. We got some things that we can get better at, but the focus is there. Everybody understands what they're doing, and they're just playing faster.
What about the atmosphere that's going to be here on Sunday night? Just what kind of game are you anticipating, the atmosphere and things like that?
Should be loud. It's always going to be physical. Need it to be loud as possible. Need to give them something to cheer for.
Those hat and T-shirt games are rare, right? So how you guys have approached this 1 week at a time, you have to kind of make sure that they're not too amped up for this one.
I mean, Sunday, it's okay to be excited. We got a lot of young guys on this team, but the focus has to be there. We got a long way till Sunday. We got a lot of things to prepare for and get ready for, and we got to execute. So it's a long way till Sunday. You can be excited on Sunday, but you got to be focused as well. Thanks.
Thank you.